Co-chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Pushpakamala Dahal, has been in reiteration about the gentleman's agreement forged with Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, in which both the leaders are said to have agreed to take the possession of the premiership on a rotational basis prior to the coming elections. Prime Minister Oli, however, has insisted that he would remain in the position until the next general elections, raising questions about the agreement between the chairman duo. Good morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Long-held power hierarchy within the ruling Nepal Communist Party changed. Leader Jhalnath Khanal topples leader Madhav Kumar Nepal to secure the second-in-command. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli says he would continue holding the government's leadership until the next general elections. Denies opposition's claim of authoritarianism. Government fails to adjust around 8,000 health service employees, leads to sluggishness in delivering health services across the country. And ABC Asian Men's Senior Central Zone Volleyball Championship begins today. Nepal takes on strong opponents, Kyrgyzstan. The ruling Nepal Communist Party has granted the party's second-in-command to leader Jhalnath Khanal. Leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has been relieved from his long-held position of the party's second senior-most leader and has been granted the third position in the new hierarchy. Chairman of the erstwhile CPN-UML, Jhalnath Khanal, had been expressing discontent after Nepal was appointed as the senior leader after the unification with the then CPN Maoist Center. The intra-party power structure has been shuffled following the recommendation of the Prime Minister and Chairman of the ruling party, KP Sharma Oli. Disgruntled with the degradation of his position, senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has proposed for including the three erstwhile deputy chairmen of the then CPN-UML in the ruling party's secretariat. The meeting of the Nepal Communist Party Secretariat held yesterday evening has also determined the party's 22 people's organizations and 7 provincial contact committees. The panel affiliated with senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has expressed dissatisfaction, citing that Chairman KP Sharma Oli and co-chairman Pushpakamala Dahal have been forging closer nexus with the party leaders close to them to consolidate their strength and influence within the party. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has made it clear that he would not leave the premiership position until the next general elections. At a time when the Nepal Communist Party's co-chairman Pushpakamala Dahal has been reiterating about the agreement forged with Oli on holding the premiership on a rotational basis, the Prime Minister has insisted to stay in the position until the next elections. Speaking at the meeting of the House of Representatives yesterday, Prime Minister Oli urged the disgruntled side to remain patient over the government's leadership for the time being.
पद नगएको मैले दुनियाँमा कोही देखेको छैन अहिलेसम्म पद नगएको मान्छे कोही देखेको छैन राजा महाराजा सम्राट बादशाह जननिर्वाचित प्रतिनिधि सबैको पद कुनै न कुनै दिन जान्छ आगामी निर्वाचन पछि मलाई पनि बस्नु मन छैन त्यसकारण निर्वाचनसम्म धैर्य गर्न म साथीहरुलाई आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु
Meanwhile, former Prime Minister Dr. Baburam Vatrai alleged the Prime Minister of being scared of losing his position. Responding to Vatrai's remark, Oli said he was interested in clinging to the premiership after the election, citing that even many kings and prominent leaders across the world lost their positions. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Oli also objected to the main opposition party Nepali Congress's allegation that the government deviated from its commitment towards democracy. He said that the government had never committed any mistake that would provoke the public's criticism. He warned the opposition not to spread rumor that the government is opting to establish authoritarianism simply to disappoint the public. Prime Minister Oli has also strongly responded to the ones willing to revive monarchy in the country. He added that the monarchy would not return by simply reiterating its revival, citing that some of the elements have turned overtly confident due to the generosity and patience of the government. Premier Oli said that the government would not give excuse to the ones thwarting the entire governance system. In his 40-minute-long speech, Prime Minister Oli said that the government would now focus on good governance and development. Meanwhile, the main opposition party Nepali Congress has said that the Prime Minister's statement has created ripples within the ruling party and that the Nepal Communist Party would not be able to regain the government's leadership after the next general elections.
यही सरकार रहन्छ। ठिक हो प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यू, यस्तो काम देखेपछि त अर्कोपल्ट काङ्ग्रेस बाहेक अरू कसको सरकार बन्छ? यसपल्टसम्म त यही सरकार हो भन्दा तरङ्ग चाहिँ सत्तामा गयो गएन मलाई थाहा छैन। शुभकामना छ सत्ताभित्र कोही तरङ्गित नभओस्।
Speaking at the meeting, Prime Minister Oli claimed that the contractor of the Melamchi drinking water project ditched the project when it was about to complete. He also spoke about the increased involvement of the anti-graft body CIA in dealing with corruption cases in recent days. Prime Minister Oli, however, completely refrained from mentioning anything about his 10-day visit to Singapore for his health treatment. It has already been 6 months since the government declared the completion of the adjustments of employees. However, 8,000 employees of the health sector are yet to be integrated. Due to the delay in adjustment of the health workers, health services at health posts and district hospitals have been affected. There are 31,600 staff under the health services. The Ministry of Health, however, has made adjustment for only 8,000 staff so far. Doctors and health assistants, among others, have been flocking to the ministry daily due to the delay in integration. Likewise, this has adversely affected the services at health centers and district hospitals across the country. The employees working in the health sector are still considered to be under the technical category. They have been recently pressuring the authority not to deploy them in the country's remote and rural regions, which has also been leading to the delay in the staff adjustment process. All in all, the delay has been affected the recruitment in more than 4,000 postings in the health sector. Due to the same reason, experts have insisted that there should be no further delay in recruiting and deploying the staff in the health service sector, which is directly related to the public health. Time now for the international news. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has said that over 190 primary schools will reopen today in Srinagar, besides restoring full functionality of government offices across Kashmir Valley. Principal Secretary of Planning and Development Rohit Kansal said while addressing a press conference that the process of easing of prohibitory orders and providing relaxations continued yesterday as well. Kansal said the relaxations were provided in 50 police stations on Sunday as against 35 police stations on Saturday, and the duration in the relaxation was increased from 6 hours to 8 hours. Meanwhile, residents in Kashmir's Srinagar took to the street yesterday demanding freedom after Indian authorities reimposed restrictions on movement in major parts of the city following violent overnight clashes between residents and police. Many of the protesters marched with their faces covered while chanting for freedom. One protester said the restrictions imposed by the Indian government on freedom of movement have left him worried about his children. Welcome back. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Dhading district why haven't the provision of 2 drivers in long route vehicles been implemented. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
व्यवसायले दुईटा राखे खर्च बढी भनेर नराख्ने व्यवस्था होला, तर यसो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यात्रुहरू दुर्घटनाबाट दुर्घटना हुन सक्छ। डबल तलब दिनुपर्ने भयो, डबल भत्ता दिनुपर्ने भयो, अनि एउटै राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ ड्राइभरले अलिकति बढी पैसा दियो भने म आफै चलाउन सक्छु भन्ने अवस्था नि आउन सक्छ।
सबैलाई घाटा हुने कारणले गर्दा दुईटा चालक नराखेको,
अनुगमन गर्ने बलियो संयन्त्र नभएको,
दुईजना जस्तो बढी पारिश्रमिक तिर्नुपर्ने भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि एकजना मात्रै राखेको हुन सक्छ।
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public pulse.
The question is, why has there been a delay in the adjustment of the employees of the health service sector? Your options are A. Lack of ministry seriousness, B. Complex procedure, and C. Employees' unwillingness. The voting is on. You can type NAWS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With this, let us move on to the sports news.
Sports news.
ABC Asian Men's Senior Central Zone Volleyball Championship begins in Nepal today. Host Nepal takes on strong opposition Kyrgyzstan in the first match. The match, which will be played at Army's Court in Longkil, will begin at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Despite a good confidence level following 2 wins against Afghanistan in the friendlies, the first match is very challenging for Nepal as it has never secured a victory against Kyrgyzstan. Following the Group A match against Kyrgyzstan today, Nepal will play against Maldives on Wednesday. As the group consists of 3 teams, a single victory could take Nepal to the semi-final round. Three matches of the championship are slated for today as Afghanistan takes on Turkmenistan in the inaugural fixture. Nepal plays against Kyrgyzstan, while the third clash is between Bangladesh and Uzbekistan. Chelsea were held at a 1-1 draw by Leicester City in the English Premier League match played last night at Stamford Bridge. Having lost the first match by a huge margin of 4-0 against Manchester United, Frank Lampard's side could not display an improved performance against Leicester. Despite scoring an early lead in the match through Mason Mount, Chelsea could not secure all 3 points. Mount found the net for Chelsea in the 7th minute of the match as the first half ended in a 1-0 advantage for the hosts. However, Leicester City equalized through Wilfred Ndidi in the 67th minute. There were no further goals in the match, and the first Premier League home game for Super Frank ended with a sour stalemate. In another EPL match played yesterday, Sheffield United secured a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. In the EPL fixture slated for late tonight, Manchester United take on Wolves at 12:45 a.m. Nepal time. Now, Paris Saint-Germain PSG have suffered a shock defeat in the French Ligue 1. Defending champions PSG were beaten 2-1 by Rennes. Edinson Cavani put PSG first in the 36th minute. However, Niang equalized for Rennes in the 44th minute, while Del Castillo scored the decider in the 48th minute. It is now time for the special segment of The Beat. Rukum West's Umesh BK has returned home after a gap of 18 years. His family members had lost all hopes of finding BK, a former Maoist rebel, alive after he had gone missing following the Khara attack launched by the then Maoist rebels in 2001. BK's family members are all elated after his return to the small house located at Saniveri Rural Municipality in Rukum West. BK recalls that he was injured in the incident but had somehow managed to escape to bordering Indian town from where he was making a living in Indian capital, New Delhi. The joys of BK's aging mother knows no bounds to find her youngest son alive. For the past few days, villagers have been flocking to his house to meet BK as his presence is a welcome relief to them. BK's return has also provided hopes to many villagers who are waiting for the return of other lost loved ones during the time of 10-year insurgency in Nepal. Buddha Singh Thamang, who was displaced during the 2015 April earthquake from Dhading's Ri village, has set up a carpet factory nearby district headquarters, providing jobs to some 40 other villagers who were displaced by the earthquake. Thamang had made an investment of 2.5 million rupees, while the co-workers in his factory are now earning up to 2 to 300,000 rupees on an annual basis. Kathmandu has remained the main market for carpets produced here, while the carpets are also exported to some foreign destinations. Thamang's carpet factory is taken as exemplary as the business has been providing high returns at a relatively less investment. This is Prarambha Dahal for Kantipur News Desk. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin is at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day ahead.